right, for this video, I'm going to focus on questions that I've gotten about the short assignment. Now, there are other short assignments, but right now you're working on one short assignment, and that's the reference page assignment. This assignment is only designed, it probably feel like to torture you, but it's not. It's designed to just get you practicing understanding two of the more popular documentation styles and to help you start to distinguish between different types of reference pages. Because for the most part, most of us think of a reference page as a works cited page at the end of an essay that you wrote for class. That's only one use of a reference page. So for this assignment that you're continuing to work on this week, you have 3 documents. This first document, why it matters, is the overview document about understanding the differences between reference pages. Now, I want people to understand the usefulness of a bibliography as a reference. As a reference page and as a standalone document that once you start doing research on something, you can collect information about that topic on this document called a bibliography. And that is something that you can use to refer to throughout your study of a particular subject. And then the course annotated bibliography, or the annotated bibliography, is yet another version of a bibliography. Now, for both of these short assignments, I've given you only sources that are related to our course, because our course in and of itself is a subject area that you're studying. So everything that you're doing for the APA style and the MLA style are sources related to this course. And that's because for the topic of your bibliography, it is English 101. That is the subject that you are learning about. And so the bibliography will collect source materials or texts related to the subject of basically first semester or first year writing. And the task here is to give you a variety of different texts to get you out of the mode of, oh, this is how we cite a book or an article. I want you to struggle a bit at the beginning here. This is practice, so it's okay to get it wrong. I want you to use the use Purdue OWL to figure out, well, how do I cite a web page, right? How do I cite part of a chapter from a book that has its own author and that is edited by 2 other people? Like, how do I do that? And so in order to do that, of course, you're going to have to use some resources. So you want to use the Purdue OWL to try to figure this stuff out. You might also use citation generators, but what I want you to pay most attention to is that you are creating a bibliography, right? And that is not the same thing as a reference page that comes along with a paper or an essay. Another place that you can look for help is going to be in our empowered text. And they're in the back matter of, oh, I didn't put it up. Well, I'm glad I did this video. I need to add the back matter here. So I'll do that and then I'll post an announcement that it's there. But in our the back matter of the I'm sorry, not in the back matter. I will point you directly to where in our text there's additional information about creating bibliographies. But the short assignment, don't stress over this, at least what's due for the bibliographies, the APA, MLA. It is practice. Now, once you start working on the course annotated bibliography, which is this document here, that document is going to require you to actually read things. So I want you to create a course annotated bibliography because it kind of forces you to look through a bunch of the material that you'll be using in class and take some notes on it because you have to annotate these different texts. But what I hope you see is through the pain of doing this process, as we get started and you get into the course, you now have this awesome resource that you can come back to because you've already read ahead and you know how these sections work, and you can come back to the course annotated bibliography. You can come back to that annotated bibliography and not have to necessarily go back to the whole document itself, because you have a summary and you have an idea for how useful it is for your learning as a writer. And so this course annotated bibliography will give you the chance to read through some of the information that you will be applying as a writer, and also reflect on how that information helps you think about yourself um, as a writer. So how you think about the learning outcomes, how you might understand something about yourself as a writer. So in the end, doing this is a resource, and you're expected to be able to come back to it, and it's going to be useful for you. Now, the reason you're doing this activity at the start of class is because the major project that you will have to use a lot of research for will require you to do annotated bibliography. And when you create the annotated bibliography for, I believe it's project 3, that's when you want to have all the kinks that you encountered with this short assignment worked out. So this short assignment is practice for the assignment, another project that's coming up. And I hope this has answered some of the questions. So I have a specific question here about understanding the short assignment. So again, the due dates for when things are due, you can find in the weekly content area. And here's the other thing just to take note. If you are in a weekly content area and there is no place for you to submit an assignment, that's a big clue that it's probably not due, because I don't have either a discussion board link for you and you cannot find a link that says submit, then it's not due. So again, looking ahead next week, that's week 3, yes, by the end of next week, or you will be submitting the bibliographies. And these are short assignments, so don't stress over them. Use them to learn from. All right, that's all I got for the short assignment.